I got this guy brought me this Mercury 100 trim pump is out. It's bad, so I got a new motor for it, but I got to get it out. What do you do? Well, the first thing, there's an anode down here, so you want to take that loose from the base of this, and then there's 3 bolts on each side, 1, 2, 3, and then hopefully it floats. And there's a pin up here. You know, it's probably not necessary as long as you can swing it out. Like once it's loose, you'll be able to swing it out enough. You can get, there's a bolt here, and then there's one on the back side, and then this thing, just this pump comes out of here, or well, motor. This is the motor, this is the reservoir side. So looks like this is new. This is very old, doesn't work. I guess you can take it apart, try to fix it, but I got another one. This is just an Arco one. Somebody definitely painted over this, you know, probably to get rid of it. One of those Craigslist rebuilds. The top's all messed up, needs a new top. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we can figure out here. To get that unplugged, I'd have to take the one side of that cowl off, and you know, so it's a clamshell. At some point I'm gonna have to either do that right away or do that later. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get enough wire to fish this back through. I gotta replace the wire, so I don't know, maybe just do it right now. I used my jack, get this thing up in the air. I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect it. I don't have to disconnect the battery or anything. We got it disconnected from the motor. Pulled it all the way through. These bolts are really corroded, man. You can see how it already dropped. And we got the manual release valve released, so you gotta kind of, I don't know. We'll see if we can get it out here or not. But she's pretty well toast-a-rolla. We got this supported up, just by the way. And we've got our lock on, right? So she ain't going nowhere. So now it's just a matter of see if this thing will kind of do what it wants. I do have a screwdriver somewhere. See if I can get that top pan, but probably not. I guess I'll resort to violence. Yeah. Alright, well then, alright, so then what can we do? Because we need to go up with this. So maybe I'll try to loosen the manual release valve and see if I can push it up enough that maybe, I mean, without the reservoir is going to be in the way. That's the problem. That is going to be the problem. See, if this was like this and we could push it down, this would, you know, easy to lift up out. Otherwise, we're going to have to, alright, this job turned into a lot harder job than I wanted. We're going to change this. It doesn't work. There's no working. This is the trim motor. Generally, you could take out the 3 bolts here and 3 bolts on the other side, and take out the pin, and then you could just drop the motor. The pin is seized, it's not coming out. There is a pin, it's not a clip. So in later years, I guess they changed that so that, you know, so you can see where you drive that pin out and then this thing will drop. And that would be the ideal thing to do, because then you could sort of, like, I think it's so stupid, because like you got to get it past, they should have notched this so that, you know, this could just come out, but no. So I'd already tried this. I took 3 bolts out, moved it around. There's not enough room to really get it out without getting that pin out. Even if you get that pin out, I'm not sure that you would even still be able to service that motor. So what do? I'm gonna first, I already got this on lock, I got it on a stand. I'm gonna loosen this bolt. Then I'm gonna have to remove the engine from the boat and get to the back side of there. And the way that we're almost gonna have to do that is we're gonna have to loosen this bar right here and slide it back. Wow. So that then we can loosen this nut and this, and then we can take this off so that I can get to the back side of that bolt. Or we're gonna, well, first we're gonna lift it and see if I can get to that, you know, bolt, because the bolt is on the back side over here. So, but I think if once I get it lifted in the air, I'll be able to get to the bolt. It's kind of a hex, you know, it's a hex bolt. It's a Torx. It's like a torque bolt. Yeah, so that's what it's going to take. So I disconnected the battery. Yeah. So I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna take this loose. I'm gonna loosen it anyway, or maybe I'll go ahead and just take it out. I'm gonna take it out, and then I think that we're gonna loosen this. Gotta take the cowl off, get a lifting eye on it so that I can have upward pressure, you know, with my lift. And then I'm gonna have to loosen, you know, our transom bolts. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, it's, turn the light on, but it's way back in there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but way back up in there. So I tried to see if I could get Kenny to come over, but of course he is busy. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this one out, because it's gonna take a minute. But I want my lift just sitting out here, so I'm kind of, it's turned into a bigger job than what I wanted, is what I'm saying. All right, well, that bolt I got out, it's got a lot of corrosion, so I just went real slow with it, back and forth until I got it out. This was my weapon of choice, so it's actually for a socket gun. And then I used the adapter in my kit. And this is 3/16. Not so sure about that. Yeah. Anyway, my kit is getting ridiculous because it's just stuff everywhere. You know, you try, but it goes on its side, and then, you know, you're fighting it. So you eventually just give up. You just let it lay in the box like all kinds of crazy. And what I'm talking about is that you just get tired of fighting it. And I got this loose. Probably a good thing, because you reseal the transom. The bolts were pretty loose, to be honest with you. But I'd like to be able to tilt this, you know, because when I put this in here, I'll have excess, and then I'm only gonna clean all this crap up, man. So basically, I've taking this steering cable off so I can raise it a little more, and then that way I can take the trim unit and I can pull it back and forth. And you know, the wiring, I got it disconnected, but I think I got enough like length on the cable that I don't have to take this loose. So I'm trying not to do that. Now you can see I can get it up, but I still got about 4 or 5 inches. So I think while we're here, we'll just hit this with some penetrant. So I think we'll just hit this with some penetrant, and then I can get that off of there. And I can't really lift the motor up this way. I suppose I could. Yeah, I could probably tie it back some. I'll get a ratchet strap, that's what I'll do. And then I'll ratchet strap it back a little bit. That'll give me enough where I can get this off and kind of put the new one in place. They make some little pry places where you can pry on this, and unfortunately it's in the front. Another crazy design. Another crazy design by Mercury. We got to be able to service these motors without making it like ridiculously hard. That's what I'm saying. Alright, I got this kit. It's for this guy right here, which is this 100 horse Mercury. I guess late 80s. So the trim unit's out and I had to replace it. So it kind of threw me for a loop because, like, you know, this is one that comes with the pump. So the one they sent me, it, like, how do I say this? The one that's on it, if you look over here, like, this is it. Okay. So the new one's gonna sit down in there. But I thought, well, wait a minute, what? Shouldn't we separate? I would call this like your throttle body. And anyway, this is how they ship. It's kind of expensive pump. Because if you get like an Arco 6279, you know, you can get this part of it, but then the pump part, the old style, they don't recess down into here. So then you got to get the pump. So you might as well just get both of them. And the kit, this is a J&N, and it's like, it converts 3-wire. Like this has got a, I almost took that out. This has got, you know, it's got relays. The only thing we need to do is just, you know, put it on. So they give you an O-ring and they give you 2 new bolts. So these were our old bolts. This is the new ones. I kind of like this. And if we look at them, they're almost identical. But I think you get a little bit more torque with these, so we'll try it. We're gonna lather them up with some grease. So I'm gonna put a bunch of grease on these, or anise probably, and lube up our O-ring, and then we're just gonna put it on. That's what we're doing. But yeah, it's down. I've just got it hanging right here. Some hope to get this in. Maybe clean this up for him a little bit. Or not, I don't know. Or maybe do it afterwards. I just don't want to make a big muddy mess. And then I got to try to, you know, get this thing mounted back again. So I'm going to have to reseal his transom. I'm going to have to clean that all up. Anyway, alright, I'm going to suck all that out. So I got my extractor out here. What's going on? There we go. Hopefully it reached. Let's set it down here. really the wrong color. This should be clear fluid. They must have put ATF plus, you know, ATF or whatever in there. I'm gonna fill it up before I put the new one on. This is just Sierra power, trim, and steering fluid. This has got all the stuff in it for, you know, your marine stuff in it. So we're just gonna fill this up. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm gonna let the bubbles bubble out. You'll get all the air out of it. Yeah, this stuff is kind of a golden color. So yeah, that's the good stuff. We're still gonna have to bleed it, so, but we got some in it now. Now we can go ahead and put our pump in. I'm sure I'll be in the way. Alright, which way do we need this? Yeah, I think we need the wires this way. Gotta go through there. Yeah, I knew a little would come out because, you know, I got a pan down there, and then I got my little bolts right here, and I'm just gonna gingerly get them started. I gotta find my tool too, and plus I can route my wires and have that ready to go. All right, I got that on there, down in there. Oh, I guess I could grab this. It's tightened up. So now, I don't know, let's put the bolts back in it, shift the wires back through there, and see if it does uppy downy things. You know, just kind of and see if it works. All right, I got to thinking about this again. This trim unit's been really crazy. This is not going to work like this. This will not work like this, because even though we might be send a signal down the blue, there's nothing to relay to the ground. So we have to use their setup. Okay, so I'm gonna mount this in place of these. I'm just gonna use the screw that was up there. I'm gonna disconnect this battery, and I'll have to, this will take a little more time. And it's very interesting. Alright, I'm getting set up. I got this thing mounted. I got these things off. You know, because that's not going to work for what we're doing. I'm going to have to resolder this back up, or shrink wrap or whatever. Got some big connectors, so these are some bigger style connectors, like 10 gauge. I'm just going to use these. If I would have known better, like, I didn't have to cut the ends off. Now I've cut the ends off, and now I got to do a repair. Yeah, if they feel a little loose, do them again. And then once I shrink wrap it, should be good. So then I got my line, it's coming up around. We're just gonna match colors, but we're gonna put some shrink wrap over this, because I'm gonna double shrink wrap it. Fire in a hole. In the big scheme of things, I almost don't care how much I spend on shrink wrap, because, like, I can get the cheaper stuff and then cut it off, whatever. This stuff is pretty good. It's from Harbor Freight, it's marine, and yeah, you're kind of paying for it, but then I can just go get it. you know, when I order it too. But generally, like if I can just go get it, I just go get it. Make sure I'm all the way up there. Now they got a bad switch, so I'm gonna have to. I've got an interrupter in there somewhere. All right, here's the one I need. See, it goes up or down. And I don't know what this one is. That's a Sierra switch, TG22040. But they've got this switch right here. I'm just gonna change it. Tested it. So here's my up. I'm just going right out the wire. See, it's already doing what it's supposed to do. All right, now I can put this thing back together. Wow, what a deal. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes they just fight you like all the way, like just head to toe of grease and grime. About to pull my hair out. Tired of staying in one place. I'm complaining. Sorry, better let you go. Well, it's the next day, and it's a pretty day, man. Really pretty spring day. Dealing with this, I don't know what this 100 horse. Fix the trim on it. Now I just need to just do some things, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this all back together, and we'll see how it goes. Should go pretty good. But I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is maybe put my steering back together, have this ready to go, so it'll be easy to do right now. But yeah, it does work. It goes up and down just like it's supposed to. And we're still hooked up. I've got one wire I gotta fix. This thing, you know, it's like, the other thing is like right here where you had a switch. I'm gonna have to open that up a little bit, but this is, you know, up. You can hear it. It's running good. All this stuff. Once I get it on, I might go ahead and wash this off once I'm done. Because, yeah. Anyway, because. Two of these, but I don't have. I need two more. I guess I can go ahead and get this attached, and then what? This is just some 3M 4200 fast cure, they call it. I sell this stuff on my website, but That's just how we're going to get it good and sealed. And so you got a little bit of working time, but not like a lot. So once you start, you just got to go, you know. So we got to do 2 in the bottom are going to come this way. These 2 up on top, or I'm sorry, these 2 up top are going to go this way, and then the ones on the bottom are going to go up from outside in this way. So there's a bunch of different ways I can. Unfortunately, this is going to be, I'm going to put it in my gun, and I think this will work. Yeah, it will. Alright, so basically I'm going to take the applicator off, and since they're big holes, I'm going to save that and put it back on the tube and try to save on a little bit. So basically I'm just going to pull the tab. And it's got that white thing. It's going to push up, so you don't have to worry about destroying your applicator. There we go. Wipe this. This stuff sticks good. First. That'll be good. Guess we could put a little on our boat. We'll get it close, and then I'll get my, come off of there. There you go. Let's get the other side going. Try to make it entertaining, but I don't know. Let's try that. It's kind of the location of where where it was. All right, time lapse. this stuff cleans up pretty good. Soap and water or acetone is fine. Acetone won't hurt your fiberglass, so I'll go in and, like my socket, I wash it off real good, and you know, just soap and water and it'll clean up. Get that out of the way. Get my lift. I'm gonna get this connected. So I gotta get my bolt here, and I gotta, you know, trim it up a little bit to get this in place. This right here, I gotta. And I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then we'll just revisit everything, clean up some, and then revisit everything. Yeah, I was gonna say, the only problem with this stuff, it cleans up good, but like I only use that much of this. Probably a smaller tube would have been better, but like once I use this, it's pretty much done. That's why you gotta charge for the whole thing. But then the next one is only like 1 ounce, and that's probably not enough. You're gonna need more. So it's 20 bucks, but at least you know it's sealed. And you know, that I don't know, you know, how well he has this sealed or not. I'm gonna give it to him. Could put it in a plastic bag, but man, it's so caustic. Once it hits the air, I mean, it just, you know, it bonds. 5200 is even worse, but this is pretty good stuff. It's kind of got like, you can move a little bit, so it's kind of almost rubbery, but so it's not permanent, but it is like, it says high strength. So anyway, all right guys, this motor is a good candidate. And I haven't heard from her a little bit, but super clean. This stuff really is good. Not just because they send me stuff, but because it really does work. I mean, biodegradable. It's a good degreaser. Dissolves grease super easy, super fast, super clean. You can get it at any auto parts place. Napa, Advance, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Walmart. You get it online. And anyway, I think this is a good candidate for it, and we're gonna hose it down, let it sit for a minute. Sometimes you know, it doesn't matter if it's wet or what have you. I'm gonna get a garden hose real quick, because then I'll just spray it down. But this stuff works great. So let me get a garden hose out where I can, you know, spritzer, and then I'm gonna hit this, and we'll show you the before and after, just so I got you in hand right here. Like you can see just how dirty it is, especially down in here, down in there. You know, the engine itself is super dirty, and we're gonna super clean it. Let me get you. It's a regular gasket. It's not needed. If you're going to do anything, you can do like, you know, some of that perfect seal. But this will probably dry off pretty quick because, like I said, it's really dry. You can already tell it's cleaner than what it was. So let's give this about 5 minutes and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright, well, that's what it looks like afterwards. Cleaned it up. Maybe not perfect, like I said. But it definitely looks a lot better than it did. Yeah, I'll show you the other side. Even the front looks better. So yeah, definitely looks a lot better. Not as grungy as it was. Only thing I gotta do is I gotta fix this wire, put it to ground somewhere, and maybe up here where my other ones are at, I think. So I'm gonna finish that up, put the lids on it, call it a day. Thanks for watching all the way through. You're part of our awesome community. Love this video? Hit subscribe for more adventures. The best way to support us is at hawkeyemarine.net. Shop outboard powerheads, lower units, and top quality boat parts. It fuels our content and keeps you on the water. Visit today. We'll see you next time.